Hello, welcome to the real first episode of the Resident Evil Village No Damage Guide. So I'm gonna play the intro here, but it is impossible to get hit until a few minutes in, and I'll let you guys know where that is, of course. But first of all, I need to mention the previous episode. I set up the health bar and stuff on the side here, so if you want to know how to set that up, go and watch that. I also show how to set up the intro skip, so you don't need to play this intro every single run. And lastly, I have some cosmetic mods installed. You might have noticed the head on the baby is not normal. And a few skins on my guns, but it's all cosmetic stuff.
Almost there, honey.
So no worries there. I'm going to speed up the rest of the intro now until it is possible to get hit. So I'll see you in a few minutes. So this is still before the intro skip, so I very much recommend that you set up the intro after this section here, because you want to grab the knife and turn around and pick up the first aid med that's inside this box. Now, you can sell this to the Duke for 800 lei, so it's some little extra money just for safety. So after this cutscene here where you're in the basement and you've got to move this dude's head, this is the intro skip, so this is exactly the point where you'll start the run. You want to run forward at the enemy here and bait an attack first. So bait an attack and then flick your camera away and run away from him. It's much more generous than you might think. It's super easy to avoid this dude. After you've baited one attack, you should be free to run into the house and grab the bolt cutters. So after you've grabbed the bolt cutters, head out into the backyard here. The enemy will have despawned. Sometimes he'll still be there, but he'll climb up on the building. He won't attack you. But run into this building and grab the chem fluid and the herb, and then break open the gate with the bolt cutters. Now head into the house and go upstairs. Now be careful when you grab this handgun ammo on this shelf. If you go way too close, the lichen that reaches for you can deal damage to you, so watch out for that. As soon as you've grabbed the handgun ammo, grab the chem fluid off the floor, head downstairs and take a U-turn, pick up this ammo. Once you grab this ammo, a lichen will spawn on the right here. What I like to do is I like to start off the fight with a shot to his face, and then he will 9 times out of 10 dash to the left, and that way I can get another shot on his head pretty easily. So what you want to do is you want to continuously shoot his head until he does a stagger. At that point, you want to run back up the stairs and get some long-range shots on him here. Try to keep him at the bottom of the stairs. If he runs up to try and reach you, just bait an attack from him, jump back down, and repeat the same process. Try to use staggers as your opportunity to reposition against this guy. You don't have a lot of room to work with, so definitely make use of those staggers. Alright, so now we're going to start the Onslaught, but first we're going to run and grab the contents of this box. Now this can either be handgun ammo or a herb. It's completely RNG as far as I know, but ideally you want handgun ammo. As soon as you enter the house, you want to block the door with the bookshelf. This is extremely important. On the right, you want to grab the handgun ammo in this drawer, and then quickly head into the back room and grab this handgun ammo as well. So now we're going to stun lock this lichen who is breaking down the door. We're going to shoot him in the head every time he goes for a whack on the bookshelf, and we're going to keep doing this, reloading every time he does a really long stagger, which is usually every 4 or 5 shots, depending on where you shoot. Now, you basically want to do this on 2 lichens, and when the second lichen is dead, that's when you want to grab the shotgun and the contents of this room and move into the basement.
There's no end to them.
After the second Lycan has been killed, make sure you loot the contents of this room entirely. Grab the 2 gunpowders, the herb, and most importantly, the shotgun, and then move into the basement. Grab the 2 rusted scrap that are there, and then you want to wait with your knife next to this flour bag just at the exit. You want to keep an eye on the ladder that you jumped down because Lycans will eventually chase you down here. And when the Lycan gets close, you want to pop the flour bag and run into the next building. If there are no Lycans, you don't want to move until you hear Ethan say, "You're kidding me!" Right after he said that, that's the perfect time to pop the bag and move into the building. Now, sometimes there's going to be a Lycan in between you and the building. If there is, make sure to bait an attack and dodge him before you move in. Once you're inside the building, cover up the doorway with the bookshelf and loot the room entirely. So now all you've got to do is survive in this room for around 1.5 minutes. All you got to do really is knife the Lycans that jump onto this window here. Very, very rarely you'll get Lycans attacking the bookshelf. You don't want that. So if that does happen, make sure to blow up the barrel and also shoot any leftover Lycans that may be hitting it down. In this footage, I have a Lycan that's attacking it even after Uriash reaches the door, which is extremely rare. But as you can see, as long as I shoot him a few times, Uriash knocks him down and kills him. And then all I need to do from then on out is focus on the window. Usually once Uriash, the big guy, is at the front door, he's slamming his hammer down, but he's not actually dealing any damage to the bookshelf. So once he's there, you're pretty much good to just focus on the window, provided there's no other Lycans breaking down the bookshelf. So after about 1.5 minutes, this cutscene will play, and you are safe. You are out of the Onslaught. This part sucks. But after you skip the cutscene, make sure that you go back and loot the Lycans that you killed with the barrel and at the bookshelf, and also break the 2 boxes that were left. This will get you some extra handgun bullets, some money, if you're lucky, even some crystals if you're lucky as well.
In life and in death.
Rose is here?
Just quickly, before you head into the main village area, head left into this chapel, grab the chem fluid and the 500 lei. In the main courtyard area, go to the right of this statue and shoot these 3 birds on the gravestones from left to right. If you shoot them in any other order, they will fly away, and you don't want that. Once they're dead, turn around, shoot this little crystal on this lady's shield, and pick it up. Don't forget to pick up the money from the birds. Break open this box right in front of you, and as you jump up here, pick up this gunpowder.
This way. Come.
I gotta get out of here.
You pick up the truck key, head to the left, and pick up the shotgun shells. And just as you exit this room, pick up the herb on the right.
Damn, the fire's moving fast. Don't worry, and try not to breathe in the smoke.
I know. Thank you, Ethan.
I just don't get it.
As you drop down, open up the toilet here and pick up the chem fluid. Once you exit the house, go down onto the left, break this box, and pick up the gunpowder. Then head straight across the road and loot these two buildings. You should get some shells, some scrap, handgun bullets, and most importantly, a mine.
Death.
In this church, make sure you grab the crystal that is above the maiden crest.
Guess this leads to the castle.
After the gate is open, walk really slowly and you'll see two birds spawn on the bridge. So you want to shoot both of these. Sometimes one of them will fly away. Try to not have awful aim like me and shoot him down if he does. However, if you do miss one of these birds, it's not the end of the world. It just means you'll have a little bit less money and possibly one less shotgun shell inside the castle. Anyways, that's it for the Village Onslaught, my first split. So I'll see you in the next part where we'll be going into Castle Domitresk.